guys, what's up? What's up?
Hey fam.
Welcome to another episode of ILC TV. What is going on? Lifestyle creators out there. My name is Ryan.
Woo, I'm Wesley.
You did, that's the hump day from the Geico camel.
The camel guy. Oh yeah, it is.
Hump day.
I was like, creators.
Yeah.
Woo,
Woo. Welcome to the show. This is going to be a special rant episode of ILC TV. So,
rant after some good tips.
we always get that good stuff out. We always get
The rant is going to be good tips too.
Yeah.
Hashtag real talk.
Yeah.
We have many things to talk about parenting. I'd say we're pretty good. Doing a pretty good job at this parenting thing. Not to brag or anything.
No.
But
I think good parents should brag though. You know, that's like...
Well, if they're good parents. If their kids are assholes, you don't get to brag.
Right.
Because
there's a lot of
you're
bragging
not,
parents out there with asshole kids.
But I am going to brag because everywhere we go, we always get compliments on how well behaved our kids are.
We beat ass.
Okay. We have beaten ass, and we don't need to anymore because we started early when they started messing up, and now all we have to do is look at them a certain way, and then they know that they don't want their ass beat, so they get their shit together.
For sure.
Like, that's kind of the thing. So a lot of parents miss that, and they be like, oh, I don't want to spank, and then they're 15 and they're bailing them out of jail. So, like, what would you rather do? Anyway.
Before we get in, show notes for this episode.
Go ahead.
Show notes for this episode are going to be at ilcuniversity.com/parenting. Okay? And every episode of ILC TV can be found at theilcspot.com. All right? Now, if you're not subscribed to this show, make sure you get subscribed because we talk about everything that you need to build your dream lifestyle, create some passive income in your life, and if you want to create a really awesome online business, then this is the spot. So make sure you get subscribed, that way you don't miss anything. And we like to provide you with a free resource on every episode of ILC TV. So make sure you go to the website, ilcuniversity.com/parenting. Grab the free resource that we've got for you today because it's going to help you with your time management. It's our exclusive ultimate guide to time management for entrepreneurs, online entrepreneurs specifically. So definitely go grab that.
So before the rant, I want to talk about, first of all, we're going to talk about let go of your excuses.
If you're not familiar with us, we have two kids. So if you don't know our backstory, we have two kids, okay? We've got one on the way, all right? And we were talked into getting a puppy yesterday, but he's the most adorable thing ever. We don't know his name yet.
We don't know his name yet.
And if you want to see pictures of this amazing puppy, head over to Instagram at ILC University. That way you can check out pictures.
Yes.
And I'm sure he's going to be all over our website.
So a lot of people, I feel like, are like, oh, I want to build this business. I want to build this dream life, but I have kids. Oh, it's so hard with kids. Nobody said it was going to be easy. Like, what is easy that is even like worth anything, right? Like, no one said it was going to be easy. And then another thing, what I get from people is like, oh, you're so lucky because there's two of you. Newsflash, there wasn't always two of us. We were both single parents building our business and working full-time jobs without each other for a long time before we met. The main thing, I guess, was this, like, I really think it was just throwing away every excuse. We knew that we wanted a better life for our children, and so anything else was just like thrown out the window.
Right.
Like,
and no one's saying that we had to be, like, we're definitely not saying that we're perfect parents.
I mean, talk weird.
No, I think that, I think that just being that we're not perfect parents. We definitely make mistakes. There's things that I'm like, oh my God, I definitely would have done that differently.
They're going to Landmark.
Yeah. We recommend send every kid to the Landmark Kids Forum, right? But at the end of the day, we're not perfect parents. I think both of our backgrounds, not throwing any of our parents under the bus, but like, I grew up with parents that I truly believe that they were amazing, great parents, and I grew up in a very good environment. And then some of us don't, right?
Because that was nice for not talking shit about my parents.
I'm just saying, like,
didn't grow up with a married parents in the house or with money or that didn't party or so people grow up with
right. But you just gotta let go. You have to choose. You have to choose to let go of your freaking excuses. And a lot of times when people come to us and they're like, "Yo, like I got kids and I got, it's they got these and they got this stuff going on." The one thing that I could we just hit the surface level. If you want to go below the surface, you are now putting the level of success or the level of your non-success on your freaking kids. Like, come on, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's get to the point where like you're really blaming the fact that you're not creating the life that you want because you have children. Like, you look at your kid, look at your kid in the face, and you tell him like, "This is your fault. We can't make money."
And I had my daughter, like, she was the reason why I pushed harder.
Right.
Because, like, yeah, I was tired. Yeah, I was working a full-time job. Yeah, I was a single mom. But, like, I didn't want it to be that way forever. I didn't want to be working at a job forever and missing her grow up. So it, like, pushed me harder to build my business and get the shit done that I needed to get done so I could stay home with her.
You know, most of the time, the same thing, the same reason that you have to not do something is typically the same reason that you have to do it. One, I think you have to be willing to let go of any of your excuses. And then I think two, you have to get to that place where you recognize your freaking excuses. Because if you don't, you may be saying, okay, cool, I'm ready to let go of all my excuses and make all the money in the world and build this business and help a lot of people and that. But like, if you aren't recognizing your excuses, that's gonna be hard because you're never gonna move forward.
Yeah, there's gonna be excuses always and forever if you let it. Like right now, I could have the excuse like, oh, I'm pregnant, so I'll just wait until after I have this baby because I'm tired and I don't feel well and I want to sleep all day, and all those are facts. I do want to sleep all day and I'm extremely tired. However, that is pushing me more to get shit done now. So when the baby comes, I can take a few months to chill and sleep and relax and not have to worry about things.
True that.
So like, and then what would happen if I didn't? Then the baby would come and then I'd still be tired. And then I'd still be like, oh, I want to spend time with the baby. And like, so excuses are always going to be there. Yeah. You decide if you're ready to let go of them or not.
It takes persistence, it takes commitment, it takes like not being lazy, but you can't let your kids run your damn life, son. So easy to slip because like there's times where I know you're tired and I know you're focused on something else and you know you got to get something done, and then your kid hits you with something and then you're like, I'll let it slip this time, right? Or they talk to you a way that you're like, I don't usually let them talk to me like that, but I'm busy, so you know. And then it's like it happens all the time.
Yeah.
You can't let your kids run your life.
No. Okay.
You run this. We run this.
As a couple and like how we kind of do it now, how we did it and how we do it. And then I want to go into a little ranting session. So here, I'll just share how I did it and then you share how you did it. And then that way you guys have a mix and you kind of pick and choose what works for you.
Yeah, because it is different. It was two different situations.
So for me, what I did, so I worked a full-time job during the day, and then when I got home at night, like spending time with her was very important to me. So we would do our thing. Like obviously she was super young, so she doesn't even remember any of this stuff, but I do, right? So we would
still. She says she does. I remember everything.
We would still read books and eat dinner together and whatever. And then like once it was bedtime, then it was me time. And so I would get in, and I know, look, I was tired, but I would get in at least an hour or two a night to do what I needed to do. And then I would wake up again earlier the next morning, an hour and a half early the next morning, just to get in another hour and a half of what I needed to do. And so I had like my schedule of what needed to get done in order to like build my business. And that's what I did. And then I would take my lunch break at work and build my business again. So I wasn't really losing time with her. But I was still building my business just to like cut my sleeping time a couple hours a day.
Yeah, and we have that time management guide for you guys. You know, and we'll talk about that a little more in a second. But yeah, I think when it comes down to like for me, it came down to time. Mm-hmm. It did just organizing your time and just saying, okay, cool, like the obviously comes first. He needs his time. He needs me. But when he was asleep, or when he was at daycare, or when he was, maybe away, or maybe a grandparent picked him up or something, that was like when you said, okay, cool, I'm gonna turn it on now, right? So everything goes steady, and I think you just have to get in your groove. You got to find your groove of what works for you. But the thing that we see a lot of times with new entrepreneurs, or entrepreneurs that aren't quite, hitting that stride that they want to hit yet, is they never know where their time is going. So you can't really make adjustments. You can't make improvements if you don't know where it is in the first damn place.
Yeah. Yeah, and just so guys, it's not easy. Like, it's not easy, but it's worth it, because for me, I made a commitment that I was going to quit my job by a certain time, so I wouldn't miss the whole time of her being little before she started school, and I accomplished it just by doing those couple hours a day that I could do.
Yo, if you have to get up early, just a couple hours earlier for 2 years, it's way better than than not getting what you want to get over the next 38 years, 40 years.
Still get up early.
I
still get up early. I haven't worked in a couple years, and I'm still getting up early because that is my me time before everybody else gets up. So that's when I get the most accomplished.
Yeah, sure. Let's get back to y'all and y'all letting your kids run your life.
Wait. We're sharing tips on how we do it now.
Oh.
Just real quick, 1 minute.
I was ready.
I know. Do you need some water?
No.
Doesn't sound like you need some water. We do really well with kind of scheduling what we have going on around the kids too. So they both go to different schools. They go at different times. They get picked up at different times. But we kind of plan our week around all right, babe, this is what I have going on. This is what I have going on. Okay, who's picking up the kids today? And we kind of plan out our schedule for the week to make sure that we both still get time in with the kids, but we also still get our time to get our shit done.
Yeah, because it's got to get done.
Yeah.
It's got to get done, no matter what. And I think that just goes right smack dab to letting go of them damn excuses.
Yeah, the excuses and the time management, which you guys definitely need to grab, because we show how we schedule family time too. So it's not always either Ryan hanging out with the kids or with me hanging out with the kids. We do schedule family time. So every single night we eat dinner together. Every single day, as long as it's nice out, we go walking / riding bikes for an hour at a time. We do that as a family, but we put our time block on our schedule so we can make sure we get that family time in too.
Use Google Calendar, use something that just keeps you on track, and then communicate with your kids, communicate with your spouse, communicate with people so they know what's going on.
Yeah.
And let them hold you accountable, because there's nothing worse than telling your kids you're gonna do something and you're not doing it.
All right. So download your time management resource today, right now, after this. Anyways, you want to start the rant? Go ahead, babe. I know you're waiting.
Yeah,
Get it.
Yo, okay, your kids don't run your life, okay? So, if your kids are talking to you in a way that you don't like, take the time and let them know. These kids, here's the thing that I think. I just think it comes down to laziness, because a lot of us don't want to take the time to actually parent. Parenting means stopping what you're doing and having a teaching moment for a child, because they don't know they don't know the difference. It's we just want to we get upset with our kids, and we assume that they know how to do stuff, and they assume that they just get things. And yes, we have 2 smart kids, but they're still 5 years old at the time right now, so they still have to be explained things. Sometimes they have to be explained things more than once. And as we have a boy and a girl with Julian and Talia, so sometimes as a boy, he needs an explanation from a man, and then sometimes he needs an explanation from a woman in those 2 perspectives. But
and he needs to be told things way more than
once. I mean, he's just he's a boy. He's a boy, and so understanding your kids' personalities and understanding that boys and girls are just different sometimes. But for you taking responsibility, because at the end of the day, badass kids come from badass parents. And if we have bad kids, or if our kids do something, we have to take responsibility for that. And that's just straight up.
Yes.
But we have to take the time too. We have to take the time to be parents.
Yeah. So, first of all, you do not need to apologize to your kids if you bring the wrong crackers to them. OMG.
You ate, didn't you?
Okay, so this like 4 or 5 year old little girl, so like grown enough not to cry like a newborn baby, was like, you brought the wrong crackers, and like screaming at the top of her lungs in the like watching area for gymnastics. So I'm sitting right there, and the mom is like, I'm so sorry, sweetie. Oh, I'm so sorry. We'll go get your favorite crackers after this. So please forgive me. I'm like, what?
The kid don't need to be smacked.
What?
I know who needs to be smacked.
What is happening right now? First of all, no. Give me those crackers too. You ain't getting shit. Like, second of all, shut your mouth, because I'm about to whoop that ass. Like, no, you do not have to, like, baby your kids and, like, give them every little tiny thing you want. And, like, if you bring the wrong crackers, my bad.
Right. It's so
Maybe
funny.
you can get them tomorrow.
We have independent kids. Why? Because they have been taught to be independent from the time they could walk. It was, okay, now you're starting to become a human that can be mobile, and you can...
Should have grabbed your own crackers.
If you want, yeah. I mean, there's always teaching moments from the time we met when our kids were 2 years old. There's been all these moments of like, how can our kids be more independent? Like, it's obviously our kids are 5 years old right now, so we don't want to let them just drive, right? But it's what's the max independence that you can give a 5-year-old and let them start to make some damn decisions for themselves. Let them start to learn, and then when they turn 6, okay, cool. You stress that independence. And now when they're 18, 21, 25, you know, they're 30 years old, they have learned independence from two years.
Yeah, I mean, a long time ago. So like just a couple things that we do for them, and I don't want to like this is probably a whole nother episode that we can like do. But like the bottom drawer in the refrigerator is all their snacks, like applesauce and Go-Gurts and juice and like that kind of stuff they can grab. And then at the bottom of the pantry we have a box with like Cheez-Its and granola bars and all that stuff. So like, can I have a snack? Yeah, sure. Go get it yourself.
Right.
Like, I don't have to get up and go get it.
Right. It's not a free-for-all. It's not like, hey,
they have to ask for their snack.
So there's always a give and take.
But, like, so for gymnastics, like, hey, can I bring a snack? Yeah, go grab it and bring it with us. Like, that wouldn't have happened because I wouldn't have brought the crackers. Like,
so it can't be they're, like, completely dependent on you, but... on the other end, they're completely dependent on themselves. There's got to be this like middle ground. Give them, you know, two options. You know, it's always two options, right? Like it's not, it's not, hey, what do you want for dinner? It's, hey, which one do you want for dinner? Do you want chicken or do you want steak? And then so they can choose for themselves, but they're not feeling like they're always in control.
And I actually started doing that with Talia, I think at like 10 months.
Right.
Like, do you want to wear this onesie or this onesie? Like, and I know she like might not understand, but like I was still giving her options.
They understand.
She understood.
Yeah.
But like even today, like if they ask me to help them get dressed, which I don't know why sometimes Talia like still wants me to help her, but I just do it, whatever. Like there's some things that, you know, I'll still put out two options.
Here's the deal. One, let go of your damn excuses, okay? Maybe you need to get around some better people that are actually call you out on your excuses, because that can make a big difference too.
True.
All right. Number two, your kids don't control your life. All right. Now, if you let them control life up to this point, and you're saying, you know what, Ryan, Wes, yeah, you're right. Guess what? Turning that boat is gonna be a little hard. It's like trying to turn a huge cruise around. It takes a lot, right? But I'm telling you, commit to it because you can do it. All right. And three, go download our time management guide.
And real quick, I don't want you guys to think like we're sitting here judging all you parents or whatever. We're definitely not. We're just like from where we're coming from and what we see. Like a lot of parents are just slacking on the actual parenting part, and that is why they're having a hard time with their kids, because the kids are running their life because they're not like laying it down and being an actual parent versus a friend. And
the point is, you know, the point of this video is to be you're a creator, right? And we have a responsibility to our kids as well as creators, as creator parents. We can produce creator children, and if we do that, then creator children show up to school, and the kids that aren't creators, they look to them. They look to them for guidance.
Yeah.
So not only do you show up as a creator, maybe in your job or in your organization or in your business, as an entrepreneur, wherever you are as an entrepreneur right now, but it shows up in your kids' lives too, because they show up as leaders, and we have a responsibility to them, you know.
Yeah.
So. Again, yeah, we're not here to judge by any means. We're just here to
No
say, you know what?
judgment zone.
We are creators. You are a creator, and
just really step it up and do the best you can. Like, we know that you hopefully are doing the best you can, but just like step it up a notch.
for sure,
And get those kids in line.
get them straight up. Yo, if you are digging what we were talking about today, make sure you continue this conversation with us, because we want to hear your thoughts, okay? We want to hear your thoughts. Leave them in the comment section, or head over to our Instagram at ILC University and snap a quick pic, and hit us up in the stories and in the inbox, because we want to hear from you and keep this conversation going, all right? Make sure you get subscribed to all the video episodes and trainings on YouTube, all right? ILC University .com/YouTube. Oh, we're out of here. See ya.